This right here on go. This one here is lit. This right here is pressure. Yeah, this one for the archives right here. You already know what it is. A 1 year Allah. We getting ready to get it in. UPK, forever and a day. Let's go. Living in a world that's crazy. I done seen it all, you can't amaze me. I done seen it all. Enough money you can pay me. Ain't enough to make me sell my soul, you can't play me. You can't living in a world that's crazy. I done seen it all, you can't amaze me. I done seen it all. Enough money you can pay me. Ain't enough to make me sell my soul, you can't play me. You can't play me. I'ma come through with the chopper. No, it ain't Burger King, but it's the Whopper. I'm the maintenance man with the street sweeper. I'ma come by your block and mop up. You lacking my style, you wanna be me, don't try to attach it. When I come through with the ratchet, I'm the quarterback, you the receiver, you catch it. Yeah, I'm toting them big guns, the ones with the booze on them. I'm a handyman, I fix the problem. Go to your house and put the tools on them. Yeah, he gon' learn to do it the right way. It's I.S.U.P.K all day. AR-15, split your wig. The Draco give you a ball fade. It's really the game. Don't get caught up in the fame. I'm taking aim when you step on my name. I sacrifice my life for this truth. We're the same. I'm giving you words of wisdom. Stop the excuse, being a victim. You say you love your brother, but you tricked him. Robbing for his bag and you stick them. You get no applause, you get no reward for killing your brother, man. You say you're tired of oppression and turn around and put the gun on the other man. Life is warfare, destroy my enemy, give him death with a pallbearer. Release the curses, worse than the Jewish Holocaust. I'm living in a world that's crazy. I done seen it all, you can't amaze me. I done seen it all. Enough money you can pay me to make me sell my soul, you can't play me. You can't living in a world that's crazy. I done seen it all, you can't amaze me. I done seen it all. Enough money you can pay me to make me sell my soul, you can't play me. You can't play me. I could get you with a knife or a pistol. Instead, you dangling at the end of my sentence like a participle. I don't have a price, I can't be bought. I'll never sell out, I can't get caught. I got tons of money in my vault. If you don't comprehend, it ain't my fault. Driving straight down the road in my own lane, I ain't swerving, kid. I'ma say it and stand on it and do it like I always did. I got the chopper in the trunk with a hit list. I'm moving around so fast, you aiming at me, I'm making you miss. I'm on the hit, I'm on the go, I stay lit. I could be at the bottom of the barrel and still make it to the top, cause I don't quit. I heard all the lies, I wasn't surprised or even too sad. People never tell the full story, just parts of it to make you look bad. Blood on the leaves, blood at the root. Niggas hanging from trees. That strange fruit is wartime and I know it. We're living in revelation, that's prophecy. Ain't no stopping me revealing the true color of Christ and America's democracy. In a world that's crazy. I done seen it all, you can't amaze me. I done seen it all. Enough money you can pay me to make me sell my soul, you can't play me. You can't living in a world that's crazy. I done seen it all, you can't amaze me. I done seen it all. Enough money you can pay me to make me sell my soul, you can't play me. You can't play me.
All right, clap it up, clap it up. All right, yes indeed, y'all. This is the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We've been teaching this truth since 1969. We've been educating Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, West Indians from North, Central, and South America, and informing them and telling them about their true heritage, right, which is only found in the King James Version 1611 Bible, all right? And using this Bible, we do this thing correctly, right? Under the leadership of Commanding General YAHANNA. We're able to get our sisters off those stripper poles, man, to clothe our sisters, man, Okay, so they can put on the proper attire, right? Modest apparel, as the Bible speaks of, and we're able to, stop this gang banging from back and forth, man. I'm saying stop brothers from hating each other for colors, man. So I'm saying, and we'll teach you the true history of where that comes from, with the battle of the North and South, right? And following your oppressor, because he likes to war and kill. They like to war and kill each other. For example, Ukraine, right, and Russia right now, right? White man been warring against each other. That's what they do. White on white crime is right in our face, and they don't show it to you like that. White on white crime is acceptable, right? But we'll show you that it's evil and wicked, right? We'll show you that the wicked in the earth is the oppressor. It has a lot to do with the subject today. And we also let our brothers know that we are the true biblical Israelites according to this Bible, man. And that right there raises our people up. People say, well, what's the big deal about you saying that Christ is black? Listen, Negro, it means a lot to me because I was raised up thinking Christ was white, and going to heaven was never my idea. Why do I want to go to heaven and see the oppressor living there? Right? We on earth in hell living right now. So you say I'm gonna go to heaven and the oppressor gonna be there too? Man, listen, man. I mean, listen, what he gonna do while I'm in heaven? Put me in slavery? Because that's all he know how to do. So if the oppressor gonna be in heaven, I don't want to go. Give me that flag. Let me put it in my pocket. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Right? And so yeah, it's important for us to know that our Christ, our King, who we serve, is a black man from the tribe of Judah. Right? We teach our children that. Listen, look what that's done. Caesar Borgia, right, which is the second son of Pope Alexander the Sixth of Rome. They put him out, right, as Christ. But what has that done for white people? It's empowered them, right, and it's enabled them to, think that they're gods. It's also enabled them not to even think that any of the people that's in the Bible is black. Christ is white, the angels is white, Moses is white, the Egyptians are white, right? The Israelites are white. You ain't seen the movie The Ten Commandments, right? So this Hollywood westernized movie has also altered us as well. You come into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command of General YAHANNA, and we will brainwash you from that. Yeah, we're going to wash your brain, right, from all the lies, from all the filth. And we're going to let you know that so-called blacks, Hispanics, or Latinos, Native American Indians, First Nation people, West Indian brothers from North, Central, and South America, we are really God's chosen people who a black man by the name of Yahawashi Mashiach in the Hebrew, Jesus Christ, only, and I mean only, died for his people, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. All right. And you're not going to get that information properly done by an actor, by another, a football player, sports player. You're not going to get the truth heard from, somebody that's in the music business. You're not going to get it from anybody but the priests and prophets who are authorized, trained, ordained, and certified under command of General YAHANNA in the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And you will never win unless you know who your oppressor is. So before I start, give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10, Baba Kushah. Because in order for you to be successful in America, right, you're going to have to know who your enemy is. How can you go to war and you don't know who your enemy is, right? Now, this is no longer a physical war, because when they released so-called black people from slavery, they didn't do it like Hitler and them did the fake Jew, the Jewish man, right? They allotted them a land, right? Britain and America helped the Jewish man fight for that land. So they ended up getting half of that Palestine and cutting that in half, and that's the Israel. They incorporated that, similar to the state of Israel. The state of Israel, right? So the state of Israel is saying that they're Israelis, like we live in America and America is incorporated, right? States are incorporated by default. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. It's the home of the truth, right? So then I am an American, right? By way of default. That's my citizenship. That's not my nationality. It's what Commander General YAHANNA is teaching us. That's not our nationality, but it is our citizenship. Guess who knew that? Paul knew that in the Bible. Paul knew that. Remember Paul saying, I am a what? Jew from Tarsus, Syria. He knew that. And people don't understand the Bible. Well, Paul was lying. Paul say he a Roman. Paul say he a Jew. Yeah, because it depends on who he was talking to. And you sound like Paul too. When you go get a job, they say check the box. Ain't no Israelite on there. Like it ain't Jewish on there. Jewish ain't no race. You know what I'm saying? But Israelite is a race. But it's a conspiracy, as they say. Well, I don't know if, conspiring, but the Bible speaks in Psalms 83, right? About the I want to say conspiracy, but is it a conspiracy if it's true? You see what I'm saying? So they are definitely trying to hide the name of Israel and the people who are attached to that lineage, that bloodline, which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, First Nation people, right? We are the ones who are the true Israelites, right? So as I was stating earlier, they are trying to keep us away from that knowledge, right? And once we get that knowledge, we'll be able to raise our babies up, right? We'll be able to raise them up. You train a child up in the way they should go, right? And then you'll be able to tell your child as a little baby, come over here, come over here. That is a devil over there. They sacrifice to different gods. So we can't be with them and be with the Most High too. That's how Japanese and Chinese people do it. I mean, I don't know what East Asians, not East, what do they call? East Indians. I don't know where the hell their community is at. I don't even know where they stay. I go in my neighborhood and walk in supposed to be our stores, but they're their stores in our neighborhood. I see them. I see the what's called the Arab man. I don't know where the hell he stay either. You see what I'm saying? And they got Bollywood. Man, the East Indians got Bollywood. The China people got Chinatown. They got streets that's down there right now off of Harwin Street, over there off Gessner and Fondren and Harwin, that are in Chinese street names, meaning they own that property. They own that land. What the hell is our land? What are 40 acres and a mule? See what I'm saying? Like they gave us, instead of 40 acres and a mule, they gave you a 40 ounce and a tool. You know what I'm saying? A 40 ounce and a gun to go shoot and kill and get drunk and shoot niggas in your neighborhood. I.S.U.P.K raised you up from that. Teach you how to love your brother and sister, because that's what the kingdom of heaven is. That is the beginning of the kingdom of heaven, of establishing the kingdom of heaven. That's what Christ died for us to love blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and for all 12 tribes to not fight and bicker and to love one another. Guess what? The first thing we have to realize is who is Esau. We have to find out who the devil is, right? We got to find out. How can you fight against, okay, so you mean you're going to get in the boxing ring with your opponent, but you don't know that he's trying to knock you out? You're going to get in the ring and say, hey, what's up, man? All right. Hey, where's you look at the ref. Hey, where the guy? The ref going to be like, protect yourself at all times. That's all I got to tell you. I know, but but he waved at me when I waved at him, so that ain't my opponent. I know he's in the other ring. Hey, he waved at me again. What's up? Let me see. Who am I fighting? Fool, you in the ring. Israel has enemies. Christ had enemies. It's in the Bible. Christ had enemies, man. Christ said, those mine enemies who, and I'm paraphrasing, who don't want me to rule over them, I want you to bring them here, and I want you to slay them right before me. That's what Jesus Christ said. The black Christ, not the white Christ, right? Not him with the little toga with the shoulder showing, where they got baby oil on his clavicle. Not him. You see what I'm saying? Nice little pretty sandals and, a nice little stick that hooks at the end. you know, a little rope around his waist, and you know, you got the hair that swings back, you know, the little crown with, you know, a little fake blood in it and stuff like that. He walk around. That right there, man, is the devil the Bible speaks of. That's right. And that's what they showed us. And you showed that the little black children, black girls, Hispanic men and women, Native Indian men and women. It's like the doll test. They had a doll test. Remember that? They said which children. It's all, you know, it's all on the internet. And they get them little children, little black boys and black girls, and get the little black baby and a little white baby doll, and they, which one you like? Which one's evil? Which one's the bad one? You can see how they like they were cut, they were hurt. Which one's the bad one? That one. Pointing at the black baby. Well, which one's nice? This one. It's the pure one. It's the nice one. Let me tell you something, man. When they say that leave the children alone, you know, let them play and that's a damn lie. You don't leave children alone. You raise them from the very, very beginning how they're supposed to be. So they'll already know. What you mean? You gonna give a children Christmas gifts, and then when they get, I don't know, 10, 11, you gonna stop doing it? And be like, hold on, what? We gonna celebrate Christmas? Hold on, what a lights at? Hold on, what an eggnog? What a lights at? We can decorate the tree, and they're gonna hate you. Because why? You just let them grow up. No, it's grown folk business. You know what I'm saying? I'll teach you later. That's a damn lie. You know what I'm saying? A bird don't teach a bird how to fly. Well, just jump off and you'll have to learn. I mean, I'll teach you later how to fly. No, they teaching them from the inception of their birth. Even while the mother has a responsibility for the baby while the baby's on the inside to start teaching the baby. I know babies at 8, 9 months, they reading. Damn, forget walking, they're reading. I've seen it. It's on the internet. Little black baby reading. She 8, 9 months, man. She ain't saying words. The little girl is reading, man. Listen, man, we are God's chosen people, man. We are miraculous. We are men and women of renown. And our fault is we sleep with heathens, right? And we fall because of that. King Solomon did that, right? And then we do what? We follow the ways of the heathen, the customs and traditions and their philosophies and their doctrines and their ideologies. We follow them. And the Lord has our own everything. We need our own everything. We need to do our own everything. Whatever it is, we need to do our own everything. First thing you got to realize, who is Esau? Because you're going to be following something you think is yours. That you gonna change. Well, listen, we love to change the meaning of stuff, right? Oh, Thanksgiving, I know about the Pequot Indians, yeah, and how they was at Massachusetts Bay, and you know all the colonies, white colonies came. Remember that? Yeah, I heard the story and everything, but that ain't why I celebrate Thanksgiving. See, my grandmother, she's from Ohio. I ain't seen her in 15 years. So when she come to the house, we just do our little things, turkey stuff, you know. So it's just about family, man. The white man told you to do that. The white man gave you that idea. He said, oh, they catching on. So don't tell them about the Pilgrims and the Indians. So we tried that. They tried to inundate us. They still doing that, right, in school, right? Talking about the Pilgrims sat at the little picnic table and the Indians on one side. They slaughtered the Native American Indians, man. And now the truth is out. Listen, man, that information age is something else. Under Commander General YAHANNA today, we're going to tell you who Esau is right now. All right, so give me that Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10 you're sitting on, bro.
Khan. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
That's the first thing. The Christian church tells you what? Christ said, love your enemies. That when they smack you, just turn your other cheek. And they beat you, just don't do nothing. God gonna handle it. You know, he ain't gonna do nothing. Just go ahead and beat me to death. Right? So, first of all, Jesus Christ did say that. Turn the other cheek don't mean let nobody hit you in the first place. Turn your other cheek means to do what? Anybody know? Go ahead in the back, young man.
Don't take vengeance on your own brother.
Okay, basically, right, exactly. It means It means to give him another chance. That's what it means, right? Don't take vengeance on your brother. When he wrongs you, does something that offends you, then you give him another chance, because that's your brother, that's your sister, right? So that's what we have to learn as a people, right? You stepped on my shoe. I just bought these Jordans. Pow! You're learning your next life, Negro. Don't touch these Jordans. You done scuffed them up. That's retarded. That's hatred that's been taught. I'm saying our oppressor, the devil, taught us how to hate each other. He didn't teach us how to love each other. That's up to us to learn how to love each other, right? So, and guess what? We got love for each other because we gave the oppressor, I don't know how much love and grace. And we love other nations because we've done nothing to nobody. So let's apply that same energy to our own people. Yeah, we know how to love. We know how to turn the other cheek. Or we do it with the oppressor all the time. All right? So, yeah, Christ said do that. But he was talking about, at that time, he was talking about the house of Judah and the house of Israel, or the northern kingdom, southern kingdom, that were fighting against each other. So to bring it up to speed today, Christ should be telling the so-called Negroes, hey, man, when you see your Hispanic brothers out there, your Mexican brothers, and I'm saying them brothers, the Native Indians, man, give them another chance. They Israel. It's neither Jew nor Greek. That's what Paul was talking about. It's neither Jew nor Greek, right? It doesn't matter if you so-called Negro or you Hispanic, Mexican. We are all one family, one blood family at that, all right? So now, the Bible says, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy. The Bible does not have any contradictions in it. It's just the people that are reading it who have not been learned, they contradict their own reading. They don't know what they're reading, right? Again, Christ in the New Testament, the 5th chapter of Matthew, says to turn the other cheek, love your enemy. He's talking about our own people. That verse that Officer YAHANNA just read, that verse is talking about your enemies, these heathen nations. Never trust thine enemy, because as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So once once rust start to occur on your car or wherever rust is, can you just wash it real good and that rust gonna go away? You can't wash it real good. See what I'm saying? And you definitely can't ignore it, because the wickedness or that rust is gonna grow and grow and grow. You're gonna have to get you a whole new door panel. You're gonna have to cut it out, literally cut that rust out, right? Or you're probably just gonna have to turn your car in and get another car. And that's a metaphor. You're gonna have to turn the way you used to think, and that old wicked spirit that you learned from them, that slave spirit, you have to turn that slave spirit in for a free man spirit. You have to turn that I love everybody into I only love my nation. Like everybody loves their own nation. You got to add that to it. Because you're not doing anything that the Japanese and Chinese people don't do. You see them all the time. You do. In the colleges, in the stores. You're definitely seeing when you go to their beauty shops and laundromats and restaurants. And then guess what? Poof, they gone. You don't even know what the hell they gone. And you're never seeing when it's time to give money back to our neighborhood, because they've never done that. All right? So now, in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, we teach who is the white man according to God, man. And in the King James Version of the Bible, the Lord gives a clear description of who the white race is. He gives a description of who and where they originated from, their biblical names, and he also gives who they're referred to, all right? And he also talks about their role that they play on the earth, and how the Lord even looks at them, what kind of people they are, right? So first, the so-called oppressor, well, not the, so he is the oppressor, so-called white man, all right? The oppressor will be the white man the rest of the class, all right? The oppressor has the same spirit of Cain, that's in the book of Genesis, right? And the first thing you got to know is who and where did the so-called, or where did the oppressor originate from, all right? This is why we can't be Muslims, because Muslims follow Arabs, right? And the oppressor has some, especially the Old Testament Israelites, right? Thinking that Esau is the Arab man. And that is a lie, all right? Because they said the Arab man don't run the whole world, all right? He don't. He would like to, but he don't, all right? Muslims believe that the oppressor is Cain and not Esau, right? And when in actuality, the so-called or the oppressor has the same spirit and came back in the earth with the same spirit as Esau, but this is after the waters. This is after the flood, right? After the flood occurred, and the proof is in Genesis, the 4th chapter. And just to bring you up to speed, Adam had 2 sons, right? What was the name of Adam's sons? Cain. Got to raise your hand. Cain and Abel. That's right. You're exactly right. Cain and Abel, and Cain and Abel, they were 2 men who went to sacrifice unto the Lord, right? There were 2 men that went to sacrifice unto the Lord, and Cain would bring fruit offerings, right? If y'all are familiar with that, right? So Cain would bring the fruit offerings, and Abel would bring what? The firstlings, right? Firstling meaning he would bring animals, blood offerings, right? Blood offerings like rams and lambs, right? No spots, no blemishes, right? And they would be perfect, right? So the Most High had respect unto Abel and for his blood offerings, but he did not have any respect whatsoever for Cain's offerings. And this made Cain real pissed off. He's very jealous of his brother Abel, man. All right. And so give me Genesis the chapter 4, verse 8.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 8.
Yeah, you got to turn that mic on. Yeah, I didn't think they heard the brother over there.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 8.
Okay.
And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
Right. Now, this is the first murder right there that's recorded on earth in the Bible. All right. After Cain killed his brother, Abel, the Lord put a curse on him, man. Put a curse on him. All right, read verse 11.
Verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
We keep going.
Verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
Keep going.
Verse 13. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
He shall be a what?
A fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Remember that. Keep going.
And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me.
Keep going.
Verse 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. So
Cain right there, Cain is pleading, all right, with the Most High to have mercy on him. All right. Anybody know what a vagabond is? A vagabond. And the reason why we're pointing this out, we have to find out the characteristics and the lifestyle of the oppressor to be able to pinpoint him and say, that's him right there. That's the oppressor right there, right? Any hands up, Vagabond?
A person that don't have a home.
A person that roams from place to place that don't have a home. Looks like we leaning more toward the oppressor, because he goes from place to place and don't have a home. And you look on the earth now, he don't know who the hell he is. He go to Russia, say, I'm a Russian. He go to Italy, I'm Italian. Ain't no such thing as no damn white Italian. No such thing. He go over I'm Dutch. Well, I'm French. All right? I'm Irish. Well, I'm actually Norwegian. Now, who that sound like today? If you ever been at camp and you got one of the high-ranking men putting them in a box, what do they say? Well, no, hold on now. Actually, I'm like, man, what's your nationality, man? Oh, I'm all over the place. I figured you say that. I figured you said you damn vagabond. So what are you? Well, I'm a little bit of everything. I'm a little bit of, and they're looking at the signs right now. They're so crafty. They look at the signs that we got out there. Well, I'm a little bit of Dutch. I'm like 45, 46% Indian. Right. So I talked to somebody that was here last time. They said they was 17% Indian. Last week I was here, somebody told me they was 10% Indian. Like, the white man is a mathematician. He's a percentagist. Make up a whole word. He's a percentagist, which means he loves percentages. Every time it's different, right? He's all over the place. Well, and then when you ask, man, what's your grandfather? Oh, well, my grandfather's like German. That's what they is. Yeah, you from over there. So you German, your mama Irish, you're a little bit of country and a little bit of rock and roll, right? That's what it is. Damn that you everything. But the damn devil of the Bible, who we're going to expose who it is, right? So you're right. A vagabond is a person that roams from place to place that does not have a home, right? It says, that's why Cain said, from thy face shall I be hid, because the Lord turned his back on Cain. A fugitive is someone who is what? A fugitive is what? Go ahead.
Trying to run from the judgment.
That's right. Running from justice, running from his judgment. 99 million so-called Negroes, right? Slaughtered in the transatlantic slave trade. 77 million Native American Indians in the Trail of Tears, right? You got over 25 million Mexicans that was killed, right? Where's the justice? We know who killed him, because the white man is so proud and arrogant, he put it in his history books. I'm talking about not books you can get on Amazon, the books in school that our children have to go take tests on. And I did very well. I took the test, and I did good in school. So I know about the battle of North and South. I know he the one that took the land and formed the 13 colonies. I know how he did it. I was in 8th, 9th grade. I read it. I did real good in school. That's how arrogant he is. So I might well put it in their face, so they really think that's what it is. Let me tell you something. Even when I was in school back then, a lot of us were talking about, man, shit, I don't know what this got to do with me, man. What's 1675 got to do with me, man? And 1776, man. Shit, ain't got time to do. Brother looking outside, seeing what he can do outside. Because it just wasn't hitting like they thought it was going to hit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a devil is, man. You rob somebody, you rob a nation of their culture, of their history, their names, and then you feed them miseducation to them and say that's what it is. And they mad because we making D's and F's. Listen, a D and an F in school means, it's like an A. It's like you didn't get inundated with all the false crap. That's why a lot of people come in here with the Bible and say, have you ever read the Bible? No, I ain't never read the Bible. Good, because you're not tainted and infected with all the bull crap. You can be taught real good versus somebody that don't want to shut their mouth because they think they learned something from their wicked Christian pastor, right? So, yeah, a fugitive is somebody running from justice. Why is this important, right? This is important because everywhere the white man go, or I say the oppressor, oops, everywhere the oppressor goes, right? He robs, pillages, and steals from the indigenous people. That's why, right? And then he tells what? Turn around and claim the land for itself, right? North American Indians, they founded the land, right? It was founded by North American Indians, Native American Indians. The oppressor came and slaughtered the Indians, and now he says, I found America. I found. That's why he says America. Now, I want to know who covered America, because the discover means to take the cover off. It means if something already there. I know you discovered it, but who covered it, right? The oppressor came, slaughtered him, and now he's a fugitive because he's never been brought to justice for what they have done to our brothers, our blood brothers, the North American Indians, man. Now in verse 15, the Lord put a mark on Cain, right? That mark, it's not some scar. It's not like he got cut. And then you got to go to every white person. Let me look. Oh no, you ain't got no scar. No, don't be lame, right? This scar, the Most High mark came by taking the what? Color out of his skin. That's why the blood shows forth through his skin. Because we know he's red. He's a murderer. He's a murderer on the planet. Listen, man, that's heavy, man. I don't care what nobody says. That's heavy. Right? Well, that Esau came back with the spirit of Cain. Listen, man. It don't get no realer than that. And that's how all the people knew not to kill him. Right? As the Lord said, if anyone find Cain and slay him, vengeance is going to be taken sevenfold. Right? Now, if a black man kills another black man, it's not taken serious. It's not. Because rappers kill each other all the time. Oh, man, he died. Like one of the biggest ones was what? Takeoff just passed, man. And you think people care? We absolutely do care. How long do we care, though? Because eventually, the same thing happens over and over again. You get used to it. That's including death. You get a job, it's difficult. Somebody got to train you how to do this and teach you how to do that. It's like, oh, man, you're overwhelmed. You go home and your brain is like, oh, it's kind of warped. Oh, I'm learning so much. Yeah, a year later, you're like, what's up, man? You doing? Oh, man, I'm doing over there. I'll probably be on break in a minute, man. The job is easy. You become numb to the hours. You become numb to, the manager or supervisor on your back. You became numb to the customers trying to get on your nerves, right? You got a high tolerance level. So I'm not disrespecting death. I'm definitely not disrespecting the death of Takeoff. But what I'm saying is our people kill each other so much to where we become numb. We've gotten used to it. It happens all the time. That's a damn shame you say it like that, but it's true. Yes, we absolutely care. But how long and what's the effect of like caring has different levels. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I may meet a woman and I care about her, but I don't care about her that much. She don't financially turn me on. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't coughing up no cheese, but we can go out and go kick it and chill or whatever. Somebody might try to talk to her. Hey, no, go ahead, man. I was out with her anyway. I don't really care about it. You don't really care like that. Then there's other women you cuff and you protect and they financially turn you on. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same with death, right? And that's what we're trying to stop, okay? Because, hey, Yahweh, that was a death to be concerned about even for thousands of years. What? 2,000 years later, we still talking about the death of Yahweh Mashiach, known to the world as Jesus Christ. All right? And while I'm speaking on that, ain't no oppressor gonna die for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I seen a Hollywood movie. They'll do that. You know what I'm saying? But Superman ain't gonna even die. Batman ain't gonna even die. Aquaman and Spider-Man, they not gonna even die. The bad guy dies in the end. They ain't dying for nobody. All right? And yet, that's how you know that Yahushua Christ from Nazareth, man, was a black man who only sacrificed his life for his own people. That's it. All right? So, if you old presser and you listening, saying don't report me, just listen for once. Don't use your white supremacy. Push that white supremacy button. I'm going to report white supremacy. No, don't get mad. Just listen to the story for once, right? Because there's another brother in another city, right? Or another town or another country, right? That's breaking down this same scripture, man. You're going to hear it over and over again till Christ come, right? All right, so this curse the Lord put on Cain, this so-called, the oppressor, right? So after Cain was sent from his presence from the Lord and he dwelt in the land of Nod, that's letting you know that there's more people on the earth, okay? And I'm saying that to squash the lies that the oppressor has put out in Christianity. Adam and Eve, the only people on earth, and that's it. And then God came down, and I don't know how he did it, but God got Mary pregnant, and we have Jesus. Let me see a picture. Adam and Eve, butt naked. Oh, no, they got some leaves over their private part. Okay, let me see. And they got a snake wrapped around the tree with an apple in his mouth. What an apple at in the Bible? Right? I mean, why they naked? Why they got to be naked? That's how the white man think. You know what I'm saying? Because he's looking for sexism inside of his own religion. Because he's the devil the Bible speaks of. He's full of lasciviousness. All right? Go ahead. Yeah, Adam got to be feminine. Right. I think Adam, wrist to the side and stuff, and then Eve like she growing a mustache or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, they reversed the roles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, Boz about to say something. Anyway, got to be seasoned, man, to hold it in. But so he dwelt in the land of Nod, proving there were more people. During that time, Cain found a wife, right, in the land of Nod, and then Cain began to multiply. And later, during the floods of Noah, Cain and his seed, they died. Yeah, they died in that flood. So once the floods receded, the waters receded, Noah and his sons, they replenished the earth, and the spirit of Cain returned into the earth as Esau. Because energy cannot be destroyed. It only transfers power. It transfers energy. And that's how you can always that's how you can talk to your oppressor. Well, I don't believe in God, and I'm not that type of, Can you destroy energy? Well, absolutely not. That's science. All right, sit down, boy. I'm finna talk to you. Sit down. I'm finna talk to you then. Then you put the science on them. It's like, yeah, but, enough of this. You were reading the Bible. Go back to the Bible. Go back to the Bible. Yeah, I understand. Because they try to swing you back and forth. Listen, man. We train in I.S.U.P.K. We know how to talk science, because science is all in the Bible. But what they're not going to do is control the conversation and push it around. And by the time we get through having a conversation, they're going to have me talking about, well, shoot, man, I should probably be atheist. I don't know what I'm doing. Now, you'll never get us to talk like that. Right? They'll get paranoid. They'll get scared. Well, they'll ultimately start to respect you. Because you have to show, listen to me good, man. You have to show Esau that you are his enemy. Because the oppressor, he don't respect a slave. The oppressor respects his enemies. That's who he respects. Somebody who'll fight, a nation that'll stand up. I don't see Japanese and Chinese people getting pulled over and splattered on 5 o'clock news every day and shot down in the street. You know why? Because Japan, their embassy and their people and their ambassadors will be over here by nighttime. They're already here. They're gonna come out the woodworks wherever they at. They're gonna come out the damn nail shops and beauty salons and laundromat. Yeah, they're gonna come out and you can't and it's on. Us, we don't have no protection. We don't have no military. We don't have no army, which is proven that we, Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we the children of the Bible. We God's chosen people. Because we're being served and ruled over with an iron fist by the oppressor. Go ahead.
It's crazy how the strongest people on earth are the ones that's not fighting back.
Right. You know why? You know why?
They loving the wrong thing.
Right. Right. I'm trying to think of it. Give me Mark chapter 3, verse 27 real quick. Then we'll go right back. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, I'm gonna let the Bible show you why.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27.
Read.
No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
See that? That's what you do. So no one can enter a strong man's house. What's a strong man? A priest and prophet of the Lord that's raising his children and has control of his wife, right? And raising her by the Bible and the knowledge of the Bible. They know who the enemy is because they're being led by a man. A man that's a military man, right? Not a military in a white man army, but a military man for the Lord. You can't go in that man's house and spoil his goods. What's his goods?
His property and the things that belong to him.
Right, be more specific.
The things that he owns.
Right, what's the thing they own and what's his property?
Children, anybody in his family.
Yeah, say the other person. Please say the other person.
Children, wife.
There you go. That's all I want you to say. That's women listening. That's right. You are the property of your husband. I just want to say that. That's right. And you should take honor in that, right? Being owned by a man, right? That's something our sisters say. You don't own me. I'm independent. No, you need to be owned, right? You need to be owned. Right? You need to be somebody's property, right? And a good sister, that feel good to a sister because she's been neglected our whole life. So it's good, baby. You mine. That's one thing. No, you my property. Okay? No. But some women feel like what? I gotta have them papers, gotta have this, you know. And then once you get papers, well, that property is really for lease. You're leasing the property. I'm mad at you. I asked you 4 weeks in a row to get my nails done. Tear the paper up. We're not married no more. Lease is over. All right, that's what allows him to do that. Oh yeah, I got lawyers on the phone. I got everything. It's going down. But in I.S.U.P.K, we follow Israelite culture. We follow what God say, right? And this is the ring. See the ring? See the ring? Well, here, I can do it like this. See this ring? This is a ring. See? And you stick this finger in this ring, y'all married. Okay, I'm done. I'll you know. All right, hope y'all got it. All right. I don't have to go into detail. All right. You don't need a ring. All right. But you do, you know. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now, that's how you spoil a man's house. That's why we in prison houses. That's why our men on drugs. That's why we bickering and arguing with our wife. You know what? You talk too loud, your mouth wide, you're never gonna stop it. I'm out. I'm leaving. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get a man out the house. Meanwhile, you have people who are funding this entire operation. Yeah, you out the house? Okay, good. All right, go give her a job now. How they know? Because she go, I ain't with no man, trying to get back on my feet. Yeah, we finna hire her. You got children? No, I'm looking for a hood house though. I'm telling you, I've been on family assistance for 2 weeks. Yeah, you're gonna be good. You can work here too. Who are you? No, I just need a job. I know, but what's your condition? Notice they always gotta hear a story. I don't care if it's what you call it, America's Got Talent or whatever it is. They gotta hear your story. See what I'm saying? Well, you can't really sing that good, but this ain't really my arm, and I got a prosthesis for a leg. Oh, you finna win this. You finna win. And I was an orphan. You was an orphan too? Man, you finna win. You got to have a sob story. Esau is connected to that, man. That's part of his nature. And he loved, when you cry, Esau's like, oh, man. They'll cry with you. You think they care? They don't care. It's just part of their nature and who they are, man. You know, demons know how to cry, right? Unclean spirits, demons, they know how to cry real good. All right? Okay. So now, this is the oppressor is Esau and Edom. And Edom. Now we're going from Esau to Edom. The oppressor is Esau and Edom. In the book of Genesis, right? Give me chapter 25. We're gonna go down to up. Give me 25 and 25 for right now.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25.
Read.
And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment.
Mm.
And they called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 26.
No. So that was 25. Only, right? Okay, I want to concentrate on that. So the Lord gives an account. Read 26.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
Right.
And,
go ahead.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Right. So Isaac was what's a score? Go ahead. Give the brother the mic.
20
20
years.
The brother know what time it is. So what does it say Isaac was?
80 years old.
80. So what is 80?
60.
60, exactly. So Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah had the twins, right? The Lord gives an account of the birth of Jacob and Esau. All right. At this time, Isaac and his wife Rebekah are seeking counsel from a man of the Lord. Even though it says Lord and it's in all capital letters, right? It's still not the Most High God coming down on earth talking to them. We're going to prove it. All right. We're going to prove it right now with the scripture. All right. And due to the constant pain that was in her that she was having while she was bearing these two boys, right? Because everything's supposed to be okay, right? Well, let's go ahead and get that real quick. Go to 2 Samuel. We're coming right back where we are, though. 2 Samuel. Yeah, you know what? Hold up on that. Go to Genesis 25 and 22. Yeah, 25 and 22. That way I'll be able to grab hold of what's going on. And read that.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Right. So this is Rebekah having the children. And if it's supposed to be great, why are the children fighting within her? She said, this can't be right. Why am I thus? Like, why is this going on? Right? Keep going.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Hold on. She went to what?
Inquire of the Lord.
What's that word?
Inquire.
Remember that word. She went to inquire with the Lord. Is that Lord in all capital letters? So an average Christian church person is like, she's talking to the Lord. The Lord said what? Heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool, right? The Most High God, Yahweh, has never been to earth ever. He's a shot caller, right? He gives it to the angels and us angels as well on earth to carry out carry out these instructions that he gives out. All right. So she went to go inquire with the Lord, and it's in all capital letters. She went to inquire with the Lord. Keep going.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
This is why women think that the God, the Most High God, is talking to them. That's what church women say. She'll take you straight to it. You mess around and get cut by one of them Christian women that be in church. Oh, the Lord do talk to me. The Lord talk, since you're an Israelite, yeah, the Lord talked to Rebecca. Yes, he did. He'd go right here. All right? So I don't need you. I go directly to the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. All right? Why she got a mouthful of pork and at church with bacon sitting in the damn collard greens on simmer, so when you get back to the house, the food warm. But go ahead.
2 nations are in thy womb.
Hold on, what you say?
2 nations are in thy womb.
This can't be possible, y'all. The Lord say Rebecca got twins from Isaac. They got the same father. Rebecca is pregnant. There's a war going on in her body, and she goes to the Lord and to go inquire of the Lord, right? And the man of the Lord comes to her. And she says, you know, the Lord say what? It's going to be 2 nations in your womb. 2 nations. What's nation stand for? What's another word for nation? Start with an R, and it rhymes with pace. Mm-hmm. Race. That's right. Nation is a race, right? Nationality is a race. So the Lord say 2 races, 2 different races are going to be in your womb. How's this possible? Keep going.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 manner of people. Manner means what? 2 different types of spirits. Right? Our parents teach us what? To have manners. Hey, make sure your manners right when you go to, you know what I'm saying? When you go to your grandma's house, make sure you're in the right spirit and you're doing the things I done taught you. You see what I'm saying? Don't do nothing stupid. 2 different types of spirits, man. 2 different types of spirit beings on the inside. That's what manner is, right? Keep going. Gonna be separated from her when she have children. Go ahead.
And the one people.
Mm-hmm. And the one people shall what?
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
All right, what's wrong with the mic? Okay, it might be the battery. All right, no sweat. All right, so make sure you speak up then. So the one people shall be stronger than the other, right? All right. Okay. So now go to, and we're going to go back to where you had, but go to 2 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. Remember, she what? Inquire of the Lord, right? That's the word we have to remember. Inquire. Okay.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 9, verse 9.
Read.
Then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant.
This is 2 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9.
Oh, God.
Go to 1 Samuel. I'm popping it off the dome. It's just a precept. Maybe 1 Samuel 9 and 9. I thought it was 2 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9.
Oh, God. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 9, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God.
Hold on. When he went to what?
To inquire of God.
When he went to do what?
Inquire of God.
Okay, so before in Israel, when a man went to go inquire of the Most High, when he went to go inquire of God, keep going.
Thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer.
Now let us go to the Most High.
Let us go to the seer.
Now you got a direct connection to the Most High. You got a personal relationship with him. What the scripture say?
And let us go to the seer.
Keep going.
For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
The Bible gonna tell you the truth. Under Commanding General YAHANNA, we taught to go in and go in and find out exactly what these scriptures are. Because the Bible is going to answer itself, either a little bit above itself or below it, or somewhere else in the Bible. You just got to get taught by the men above you, right? So when a person goes to inquire, or in this case, when Rebecca went to go inquire of the Lord, she didn't go to the Most High, even though it's in capital letters. She went to a man of the Lord, and the Lord is going to what? A man is going to tell her. We get one more scripture. Go to Amos chapter 3, verse 6. And it might be 7. I don't know. It might be verse 7. I'm trying to get there with you. Yeah, it's 7. Verse 7.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing.
Surely the Lord God will do nothing. That's what the Bible says. But what does God do?
But he revealeth in secret.
But means only. That's what but means. Only. This is the only thing God does. What?
But he revealeth in secret unto his servants, the prophets.
I'm done, yeah. I'm done. This is what the Bible say. So the Lord God ain't gonna do nothing, but he will talk through a brother, because the spirits are subject to the prophets. 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. The spirits are subject to the prophets, man. Meaning you're gonna come back to the earth, and you were that person last time, you're gonna come back in the same spirit as you. This is what our oppressor know about, which goes to what I'm telling you about raising your children, man. You know what I'm saying? Your children come back up. You don't want to say, "Oh, just go play with G.I. Joe Kung Fu Grip. I just brought you Grand Theft Auto and all that stuff like that. And go play that." You got this little brother. It's okay to play. I'm just saying, I don't play. I'm just saying, but you don't want to play to where you're non-productive. You don't want to play to where that's all he's playing in his mind. And then when he can't get the toy you promised him, he's all, in Toys R Us, laying out on the ground in Walmart, pissed off, crying. That's his world. You done made that his world. You messing up. His Bible got to be his world. At a young age, that's how you raise a prince to be a king. You got to give them the truth while they're young. Make them come to class. Right? You have to pry. Let's use the word pry. You have to pry them from the arms of the mother and bring your sons and daughters into the school so they can learn. Right? So they won't be like us, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. So what exactly is the Passover? That's how they want us. They want us on Sabbath, sitting right here in the middle with two brothers on the side. White man is the oppressor. He's a devil. You're a grown ass man and you just learning your language right now. And anything when you're young, you're energetic about it. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. And little children will play in a sandbox the whole time while they're at the beach. And they think they was in heaven somewhere. Right? They think they in heaven somewhere. And all they did was play in a sandbox. Right? You get those same children at 2 and 3 years old to come to that sandbox when they 13, 14, good luck. You know what they doing? Looking at the phone. Look at the phone the whole time. It's time to leave? Okay. You take that phone, they go absolutely crazy. You see what I'm saying? Because why? Our people are inundated from a young age. And the spirits are subject to the prophets. You got to teach your sons and daughters while they're young. So when they get older, they looking at other people out in the world, talking about, what y'all laughing about? Your children laughing at them. Man, you know what this fool just told me? Man, that his mama puts his tooth up under the pillow, and some lady, hold on, what is the tooth? Somebody named Tooth Fairy brought put some money up under the pillow. Man, what's wrong with that nigga, man? Like you got to teach your children. Don't lie to them and fool them, because what you doing? You're teaching them how to lie. And karma gonna come back. right? Santa Claus don't come down the chimney, especially you in the ghetto. You don't have a chimney. What are you gonna do? You come through the front door, and you wake up and you got the children. Your mama got cookies and milk, and then bit off one of them like Santa Claus, and like they know him personally. They got a personal relationship with God and Santa. You see what I'm saying? They got cookies. You're like, yes, it's a fact. I got presents here. Man, yeah, listen, see, I was eating with Santa last night. Oh, it's official. I'm glad I didn't get up and get pepper put in my eyes. Okay, shit, what's up? You don't do children like that. See what I'm saying? Then you get them clothes and socks and drawers. You get all of that for them. But Santa get all the toys. They're like, I understand. I wear socks and drawers every day. Thank you, mama. You ain't really nothing. Look at this. Santa. You taking all the credit and the hard work and giving it to an oppressor because Santa is just like Caesar Borgia. He is the hero of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I'm here, I'm riding. The deer don't fly, man. They don't. They don't land on your goddamn rooftop. And they know that. And they still inundate our children with it. That should be like, we really need to make up our word quick. You know, like the Jewish people got what? Hold it, that's kind of anti-Semitic. We need something. When they push Christmas, hey man, that's anti-blah-blah-blah. You know what I'm saying? That's anti-this. You go to school. Did you teach my child about Halloween? What? You gutted the head of a pumpkin? You know how nasty it is? Hey man, you need training, man. And we're going to fine you because you're anti-blah-blah-blah. It's a damn shame I got to say blah-blah-blah. But for the record, I'll say you're being an anti-Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You being an anti-Israelite. You against me. You taught my child Thanksgiving? No, I don't teach my child. As a matter of fact, I wrote to and I ain't trying to change the subject. I wrote to the principal earlier and sent a note to all the teachers that my children not supposed to do these holidays or holidays, whatever y'all call them. And I come home and my child has a little Christmas thing and candy canes in his pockets and stuff like that. Did you go against my teaching? It used to be the biggest thing ever. You anti-Israelite. That's how we need to pull together. They'll stop it because everybody follow everything we do. I'm in the rap industry. We got the whole world screwed up. They're all in Japan, hip hop dancing, hats on and pop it and lock it. Where you get that from? We got the whole world doing everything we want to do, man. The oppressor sends their children to hip hop dance classes to try to get rhythm. Now they'll do the dance, but you say, okay, now let me see you dance on your own, not the stuff you was taught. Then they like they, dancing foolishness, so they ain't got no rhythm. Everybody follows what we try to follow. And it happens right here because Esau is jealous of his brother Jacob and actually sought to kill him. That's what's going on now. We're going to go more into the characteristic of him, right? So now we know that seer, what she went to was a man of the Lord, right? And so you have the meaning of the two children were fighting inside of her. They were struggling, right? And he said, listen, if this be so, and this is supposed to be a good thing, then why am I in so much pain? Why do I feel like this? So the man of the Lord replied to her and said, right, in verse 23, what you read, right? He said, 2 nations are in your womb. 2 manner of people are going to be separated from your body, right? And the elder shall serve the younger. What is it? 2 different races are within her. Two manner or 2 totally different kind of people with different spirits, meaning 2 different babies. They're going to think 2 different ways. Yeah, they got the same mother, the same father, but they completely different. They got different personalities. They got a different spirit. They got a different vibe. That's why when they were born, they were going to be separated because Esau is estranged from the womb. He come out the womb talking and committing lies as soon as he's born. And the firstborn, the eldest, is going to serve the youngest. This means that this time forth, right, there will be a war between the two people, Esau and Jacob, right? And these two people will always be at enmity. Enmity means extreme hatred. There will always be extreme hatred as prophesied before in Genesis 3 and 15, when it said it'll be put enmity between his seed and her seed, right? And or Eve's seed and the serpent seed, right? Eve's seed and the serpent seed. The seed of Eve was Abel, and after the water of the flood of Noah. Now Abel's spirit entered into Jacob, or the 12 tribes. That's where that spirit is at, in the 12 tribes, because he had what? 12 patriarchs. He had 12 sons, right? From 4 different women. All right. And the serpent seed is Cain. And later, after the flood, or after the waters of Noah, Cain's spirit came back into the earth as Esau, or the Edomites, or better known as the Dukes of Edom. All right. So we get back to 25 and 25, right? Read that again.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment.
Right.
And they called his name Esau.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And if you examine the so-called, well, if you examine the oppressor and look at him real close, he's not white. He's a liar. Because in the Bible, in the dictionary, they say what? White is everything that's pure and righteous. Black is everything that's bad and evil, right? You got white angel cake. It's just white. It's an angel cake. Then you got chocolate cake. Is what? Oh, that's devil cake. Yeah, the devil chocolate cake. Devil, right? White cats. White cats are good to have. Stop the car. As a black cat that cross your path. What happens when a black cat cross your path is what? Supposed to be bad luck. Well, I told you that. Right? What about the white guys? We clean, boy. Ooh, all white party looking good. That white party looking good, boy. What? Good guys wear white. Bad guys wear black. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? What's another one? Oh, when you do somebody bad, you do what to them? You blackmail them. Right? And then what's the other one that they do in the music business? They knock you out of stuff, and they start taking you out of certain things, and you can't get in it. Similar what they do in the yay right now. Blackball. So now they messing with, you know what I'm saying? Now they messing with a brother testicles. Literally. That's the subliminal game that they play. Go ahead.
Not only that, but white lies.
White lies. That's right. And even that, they say what? It's a little white lie. Well, it's a humongous, gigantic, enormous white lie. But even they say, I tell a little white lie. You know what I'm saying? Just a little white lie. Right? So these are the stereotypes, the subliminal warfare that they put on us to make you think. No wonder little children look at the black doll and the white doll and say, when they say which one evil, they point to the black doll. Right? They're doing our children like that. So no, we're not going to let our children grow up to be 15 and then bring them to class. What the hell do you think we are, dummies? We're gonna give them to their mama and let them celebrate all the holidays, then grab them at 17 and say, come on, it's time to come to the Israelite School, the Universal Practical Knowledge. And I say, hey, nah, man, I don't be around that evil stuff. Y'all are cult. Because that's why. He was raised in a cult. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why. Right? So that's why he's called, in my parts of town, right? Down south, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, all of that. Well, Texas too. I ain't gonna knock Texas out of it. But they better known as rednecks, period. because they red behind the ears, they red on the back of their neck, they red in their forehead, they red all around their fingertips, like, yeah, they're really red. The blood shows forth through their skin to let you know that they are the murderer on the earth, man. Period. Okay? Period. So, secondly, the oppressor is extremely hairy. The scripture said Esau was red and hairy all over like a garment, right? Our garments that you see, I wish I would have worn a garment today, but you don't talk about when it's got hair all on the garment. Esau hairy like a bear, y'all. I'm saying he covered. All right. The oppressor doesn't. If he don't shave, he'll look like a caveman. Real talk. He will look like his face, his arms, his legs, his back is covered in hair. This is another biblical proof of his character. Esau is the progenitor or the forefather, right, of the so-called white race. Okay, I could say that, of the so-called white race, of the oppressors. And then lastly, he came out first, which means he's going to serve Jacob. He's going to serve so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? And that's exactly what he's doing. He's serving us, right? And after that, it says his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. This is symbolic. Notice that no description was given for Jacob. Why? I tell you, for the sake of time. The reason is because Jacob came out looking normal. He came out looking like the rest of his brothers and sisters. He came out looking like his daddy and his mama. Okay? And at that time, it was not normal for a child to be born red and hairy. Out of every nation that is on the face of the earth, the oppressor is the only race without color in his skin, man. Listen, even a Chinaman with a slight yellowish tint in his skin, period, got melanin, right? The oppressor lacks hue, H-U-E. He lacks their hue or pigmentation, right? They like to say melanin. That's like a melanin. They try, like the conscious community, damn, they're trying to make melanin like it's a race or something. But you're not gonna find that on the job application either. Okay, talking about melanated nation. That's not gonna work, right? Ask your brother Nick Cannon, right? You'll be sitting with a bunch of Jewish books with a rabbi on your podcast saying, "Show me and tell me who I am." Good night. So, and that blood shows forth through his skin, right? And through their skin to let you know that the oppressor is the murderer on the face of the earth, just like Cain. All right? Give me Genesis 25 and 27, Baba Bashar.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 27.
Uh-huh.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Yeah. You see that? And the boys, is that it for 27?
Wow, sir. A man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Yeah. You see that? You see that? So the Bible also describes Esau as a cunning hunter. It's a reason, man. Not many races on this earth hunt for their food. Okay? But our oppressor, he hunts for his food. He's cunning, meaning he's skillful. Cunning means to be skillful in your deception, right? Even today, these devils will attract a deer by pouring urine all over their body. They all about that. They'll pour it all over their body, and they'll even drink it. Yeah. Then after he kills it, he mounts the animal, right? The animal's head on the wall as a trophy or some prize. That's how they get down. Go to a taxidermist, and then you see it, like the way they used to do us. They got Native American Indians back in the day. You walk in some of their restaurants, a full-fledged man, you can look it up. Black man, Native Indian man, stuffed, hardened, walked, went to a taxidermist and he's stiff as a damn statue. And his statue was a real man. And they got it as a prize or a trophy. Why they calling the restaurant, Indian restaurant or something. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man. So he is also a man of the field, right? Because the oppressor, they are known to live in them rural areas, way out in the country somewhere, way out in the woods, isolated from the main population. That's how they get down, right? So he also loves to hunt fugitives, meaning Negroes and Hispanics, as a police officer on a wild hunt. They love to chase you if you run, right? These days, well, back in the day, they used to chase us. These days, we don't even, they don't even give us a chance to go to jail. Damn, we can't even go through the process. We don't even have a chance to get a ticket. Yeah? You ain't got no insurance? All right, get your insurance. No sweat. What you reaching for? Pow, pow, pow. Just, the hell is wrong with you? You shot me. You told me to get my insurance. Damn. Philando Castile, I'm out. You see what I'm saying? And they like to hunt Bin Laden, remember? They hunted Bin Laden, right? They hunted Saddam. Who else was the other guy they hunted? Gaddafi? Yeah. Muammar Gaddafi? Yeah. They hunted him and any other high-profile names, But his biggest enemy is Christ and us as a people. I'm going to say that again. They killed Bin Laden, they killed Saddam and Muammar Gaddafi and whoever, but the oppressor's biggest enemy is Christ and us as a people. Us as a people. I'm going to prove it to you. Give me Lamentations, man. Lamentations chapter 4, verses 17 and 18. Baba Kushah.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Man, in our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us, man. You see that? We watch for a nation that can't save us. They hunt. Well, not yet. Go to verse 18.
Verse 18.
Watch for a nation. Go ahead.
They hunt our steps.
They do what?
They hunt our steps.
Hold on. The cops do what?
They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. He's a cunning hunter, which means he's skillful in his deception. Remember the jump out boys? They used to ride around with leaves all on the back of a truck, and then they got jump out boys in the back. He's skillful. They'll come and buy something from you, and they'll leave and they'll mark the money and come back. Like Negroes got to get used to that game. They come back, you the one sold me dope. Man, I ain't sold you no dope, man. Let me see that dollar you got. Yeah, the dollars. It says police on it. Damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't know nothing about the game. They're skillful hunters. All they do is hunt us to kill us, man. That's how they get down. All right? Go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets.
No, that we can't go in their streets.
That we cannot go in our streets.
So they don't hunt us, so we can't go over there in River Oaks. We can't even go in our streets. They come from over there because they have their own police source, their own police people. They police themselves, and they come to our neighborhood. They come straight to our neighborhood, riding around. Why are you riding? Did anybody call you, man? Why are you here? Right, like why are you here? Hunting our steps, intimidating us. Everybody, we used to be back in the day, we pull off at a club, they probably still do it. And they be down the street. Club get off, they know the club get off at 2-something. You ain't no real cop doing that, man. Like I want to say what you is, you know what I'm saying? It rhymes with the word itch and ditch. And what a baseball does when he pitch, you see what I'm saying? You hide down the street. Ain't nobody call you. Like, let's go back to the days of Mayberry. Remember that show? And they would stay in the station until they got a phone call. Then they would leave. You don't have to be in the neighborhood riding around, man. You know? All right? So they hunt our steps, so we can't go in our streets. Keep going.
Our end is near.
Our end is near. Keep going.
Our days are fulfilled. For our end is come.
Right. So they hunt us so much that we have no way to run. They hunt us so much that we in a corner. You see what I'm saying? They look for us, and what do? We look for a nation that can't save us. We vote for them. Right? What the baby boomers do? Our past mama and dad and our grandfathers, they ain't really know what they was doing. But we know how to get along with the oppressor. So we gonna do it. They just didn't do it right. We gonna do it this time. We gonna change, y'all. We gonna vote. Our people died voting. That's a lot. They actually died not to vote. You know what I'm saying? They fought not to be a part of what's going on. Right? Boy, oppressor is a liar, man. And Esau's, give me Genesis 25 and 30. Yeah, 25 and 30. 25 and 30.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Right. Now, and Esau said to Jacob, you say, feed me, I pray thee, right? With that same red pottage, right? For I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. Because why? You read further in that verse, right? Verse 30 that he just read. Yeah, Esau is asking Jacob to give him some food that he ain't even finished cooking, right? Esau calls it red pottage. Red pottage because the meat that is in the pottage still got blood on it. That's why he called it pottage. Nasty. Right? With that said, we already know. Because I used to work at a steakhouse years ago. I used to work at Outback Steakhouse. Right? And the oppressor is known, man. On Thursdays, they used to have like steak night. Our oppressor is known for eating his meat medium rare or just raw. Just raw, right? They like to taste the blood rather than having it cooked thoroughly as according to God's laws, right? These are the first characteristics of the oppressor according to the Bible because he's still that way today. Brother like his stuff done. I like mine medium high end. Right, medium high end or medium plus, which means right before that red is gone, like it can still be red, it can't be blood on it. They want it bloody, rare. I see people on the internet, I'm talking about white women, biting into steak rare. One dude said he liked to, his dad got a ranch, right? A little associate of mine. He said he told me his daddy got a ranch, and on that ranch, they kill a cow, and he loved to kill the cow because that way he can just eat off the side of them right there. He can eat because he like it. Yeah, he say it's warm. He say the meat is warm. I say, bro, I wouldn't know nothing about that. I wouldn't know nothing about that. He say like a stick his hand in there and grab it and eat it as warm. Yeah, that's Esau, man. Esau is red, man. You know what I'm saying? So in Genesis 30, Esau is referred to Edom, which means red. Right? Got something to do with the pottage he eating, and his skin shines forth. The red shine forth through his skin to let you know he's the murderer on the planet. Esau in the ancient Paleo Hebrew is pronounced I-S-H-A-W, I-S-H-A-W, I-S-H-A, right? So Esau means wasted away is he. Wasted away is he because of his flesh, and it's different, and it looks as if the pigmentation had wasted away. That's how I look. So I.S.U.P.K means wasted away is he. All right. So now, give me Genesis 36:8. Bible shot. Genesis chapter 36, verse 8.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 8.
Read.
Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir.
Mm-hmm.
Esau is Edom.
We. That was 36 and what?
36 and 8.
Read verse 9 too. Man, I love this part.
Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites.
Hold on. So it's a generation of them. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. He says, so this is the generation of Esau, the what of Edomites?
The father of the Edomites.
So in the Bible, when it says Esau, it's speaking about a nation of people. Not talking about one person, right? So they'll try to catch you up when you debate, right? So thus Esau dwelt in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Esau dwelt or lived in Mount Seir, right? Showing that Esau liked the mountains. He liked the caves. That's what he liked dealing in. So when Esau left his father's house, he dwelt in Mount Seir, which originally belonged to the Horites, right? Esau took a wife of the Horites and eventually pushed them out the land, because that's what he do. The word Horite then began to mean cave dweller, right? So I know we like to say, like, Caucasian means what? Cave dweller, right? They coincide together, which I can't believe. Oh man, Caucasian. Sometimes I trip myself out, man. Like, Caucasian means cave dweller, and that you can find on a job application. Like, that's crazy. You can tell a white person, "What are you?" "Oh, I'm German. I'm this." So you Caucasian? Well, yeah. You are Caucasian. You are the original Neanderthal. You are a troglodyte. That's what the hell you are, right? So again, Caucasian means cave dweller, which they were chased into the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. Russians fighting Ukraine. That they all Edomites, man. But Mount Seir was located in biblical times. It was located south of the land of the territory of Judah, right? Edom. When you go look at the map, you'll see Judah, and then right up to that, you'll see land of Edom. So it was south of us, right? So give me Romans 9 and 13. Let's get to the meat of this, man. Let's get to why Esau won't claim, that he is Esau. He's the Dukes of Edom. He's the Edomites with an S on it. All right. Read it for me, Bible Shaw.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Continue to read this verse into 14.
Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. Verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Well, looks like that's out of our hands. Looks like the Most High gonna love who he want to love, hate who he want to love. He gonna hate who he hate, love who he love. He's gonna show compassion on who he want to show compassion. He's gonna show mercy on who he want to show mercy to. That's what the scriptures say. That ain't what I said. The brother just read it. Now, the Lord hates Esau but loves Jacob, meaning he hates Edomites and he loves the nation of Israel, the lost 12 tribes. Jacob don't symbolize it. Okay, in some context, it symbolizes that. But again, if you say I love Jacob, you love a man's children. That's like there's no way out of it. You can't finagle your way out of it. I say, hey, what's up, man? All right, hey, meet my wife. No, I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm going. You're like, damn, nigga, you don't like me. You just said we brothers, right? Okay, it's my son. You got a son. They finna play with each other, right? Me and you cool, right? I'm just saying. So white people are oppressor children. They'll disassociate themselves from that. Well, I see what you're saying, but that just says Esau. God hates Esau, just that one person in the Bible. We just read in Genesis 36 that Esau is the father of the Edomites. He don't like the seed. Just read earlier when it said what? Eve's seed will be what? In enmity with the serpent seed. Right? So, in the book of Romans, in the New Testament, church pastor, the God of the Bible clearly says that he hates Esau. It said it. Unlike the feeble-minded, the Lord doesn't hate the oppressor because of the color of his skin. We can just stop that right there. All right. He hates the so-called, well, I want to say that. He hates the oppressor for the crimes and the atrocities and the murder and the rape and the pillaging of the lands and the miseducation, right, of us and our children, right? He hates all of that he's committed on the face of the earth, right? Let's find out another way that it's not, that Esau ain't the Arab man. Give me Job 9:24. Oh, Baba Shah. Job 9:24.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
That's right.
If not, where and who is he?
That's how you know a black man wrote this book, right? What's it saying? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. What would he say? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, then where at, man? Who is it? Huh? Is it you? Is it me? Like, what is it? That's what they're saying. If not, where and who is he? If it ain't the oppressor, then who is it then? I'm not a fool. Who is it? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. He covered Christ. He covered that judge and said, oh, no, that's Caesar Borgia. Well, he's part of the crime family. Caesar Borgia is a homosexual who has sex with his sister Lucretia. Yeah, that's him. No, that was commissioned by Rodrigo Borgia, right? Caesar Borgia's father. That Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo paint that picture in 1453 during the Renaissance era, right? To try to fool us, to bring it in. They just did an HBO special about a year ago called The Borgia Family. That's a damn crime family. It's like, listen, man, Donald Trump got a Borgia family. His whole damn family is in trouble for stealing billions of dollars with everybody they work with. Ain't nothing happened. Their family, not just him, he done taught his children how to be wicked like him. Their family swindled billions of dollars out of every business deal they work with people, man. Listen, man. That devil back in the day is just like the devil of today. The oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. We're going to dig more into it. Every continent, man. We talking every continent, right? I'm going to show you that the spirit came to Christ. Hold on. Yeah, go right there. Is that it? And give me Matthew chapter 4, verse 8. Real quick. You going right back. Matthew chapter 4, verse 8. Now, this is to give you a little backdrop here, right? Christ had fasted for 40 days, 40 nights. You'd be pretty hungry, man. I mean, we do the Day of Atonement. That's just 24 hours. Brother's starving, right? And Christ did it for 40 days, 40 nights. And the devil came to him in his mind. It wasn't standing in front of him, it was in his mind, like unclean spirits do. Right? You can only get some spirits, unclean spirits out of you through what? Fasting and prayer. Well, Christ fasted 40 days, 40 nights, and the spirit come to him. Talking about command this bread to be turned into stones, right? And Christ is telling you how to deal with it. Now he took Christ up to the highest pinnacle, right? And read verse 8, Bible Shop.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain.
Good night.
And showeth him all the kingdoms of the world.
He showed him what?
All the kingdoms of the world.
He going.
And the glory of them.
You see that? That's a precept for what? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Because he took the spirit, that wicked spirit took Christ up to the top and say, man, if you bow down to me, look at it, I'll give you all the kingdoms of the world. That's similar to what they want you to do. You can trust and believe. If it's anybody that's Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, or an Israelite that's in Hollywood, right? Or some sports guy, whatever they are, they were pretty much shown that in that contract, or some rapper or whatever. They're not big on top of the world because they woke in the truth. They don't know a damn thing about the truth. That's why they're in the position that they're in. Right? If not, Commander General YAHANNA be running the world right now. They're trying to suppress that and stop that because they already know what time it is. You had a question?
I was going to say, so it's pretty much like the demon pretty much making them think like I can really take all of this if I wanted to.
Yeah, but now what? What a lot of people don't understand is the devil requires a sacrifice from you also. And that's what Christ knew. He wasn't willing to sacrifice for the devil. Yeah. Like death? Well, not death, but I mean, you could say like an unclean spirit could come in your mind right now. Man, you see that now don't go to that bank. Go to the bank that got FDIC. Let's go to a federal bank. Rob it, boy. Let's go get it. The armored truck finna be out back. We finna get this. If you follow that spirit, then you done mess around and just sow yourself. Right? And Christ knew that. So he wouldn't do that. And if you read the entire chapter of Matthew, the 4th chapter, that's the blueprint of how to deal with an unclean spirit when it comes to you. It's simple. All you just got to do is what? Keep reverting back to the Most High. Now the Most High said, you know what I'm saying, that it won't be through bread. I'm paraphrasing, right? That every mouth, well, I probably won't want to paraphrase. I'll just say it. He said, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. When he first asked him to turn them stones into bread. He said, no, I ain't pulling no witchcraft. I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Then he tried to get what? Christ commit suicide. So he took him to the highest pinnacle and said, hey, man, jump. I mean, you Christ, man. You Christ. Your angel's going to give you charge. When you jump, they're going to catch you, man. I say, man, I ain't that hungry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna jump. No, I ain't doing that. A lot of people do that. They slit their wrist, do everything else. Because they listening to the evil spirit on the inside. You go to a mental institution, they doing that. Right? Go ahead.
So pretty much like testing the Most High, see if he gonna save you.
Well, he was testing Christ. Right, exactly, because he is testing the Most High. But in actuality, he was testing Christ. Right. And then Christ kept what? Referring back to the Lord. Saying, nah, man, even you gonna bow down to the Lord. Nah, I ain't bow down to you. Even you gonna serve him. Get from behind me, Satan. Get that junk on from behind me, man. Get away from me. I ain't doing none of that stuff. And that's all we have to do. You don't have to fall into your desires, right? So going back to Job 9:24, when it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covered the faces of the judge thereof. He covered Moses. You think Moses, like I said, he's been talking about it all day. We did it, the movie The 10 Commandments about what's his name? Charles Heston, whatever his name was. You know, Martin, whatever his name was. And you look at that movie, and everybody in there is an oppressor. They cover the faces, man. They cover the faces of the real judge, which is Christ. But Moses was a judge too. They cover him, right? So who's doing this? That's what it says. If not, where and who is he? Every continent on landmass, man, or landmass on the earth is ruled by the oppressor, such as Great Britain, Europe, North and South America. You got Canada, Australia, Middle East, Russia, Germany, Italy. Name a place that's not owned by him. That he ain't got a hand in it, right? And even Saudi Arabia, man, are controlled by the oppressor who claim to be Ishmaelites. They claim to be Arabs. I know y'all have seen the news. All you gotta do is look at the news. You'd be like, that's a white boy. Yeah. They're claiming to be Ishmaelites. But in actuality, they are the descendants of the Grecians. Yep. And they are not the biblical Ishmaelites or the Arabs. Right? So the oppressor has also used his power to steal the identities of great men. Go ahead.
And they do it in a small way that's going on in America. Don't pay your taxes, your house gonna get or your car gonna get
repoed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they do what? They kill off the men. That's what I thought you were gonna say. They kill off the men in order to invade on the women and children. That's how you know the man controls the race of the children. Don't nobody in the Bible, I want you to go and kill all the women and children and leave the men. Go. That ain't nowhere in the Bible out. But it is in the Bible where they say kill the men, women, and the children, and the sheep, and the oxen, kill all of that. Most High gave that order a few times. Or the order is given to what? Just kill the men and then go get the women. You know what I'm saying? Because you do that, then you control them, right? So our oppressor can steal the identity of renowned men by, and these are men that are chosen by the Most High to be judges, man, by taking their image and making it white. Even in every church of God, right? You got the angels, what? That's white. They got naked little white angel babies with curly hair playing a harp. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you got to see the baby private part to begin. I don't know what that got to do with the statue. I mean, I don't know why you got to be naked. But again, that's the perversiveness of the oppressor, man. Right? And the angels are white. Jesus Christ is white. The disciples is white. Moses is white. The Egyptians is white. Y'all seen the movie. Everybody's white. I did see a black slave in there for a second, whatever. And if the white man didn't do these things, and who else does it? It's just common sense. Who else does it, right? So we got to understand who that is. The white man or the oppressor's race is the only race of people who are guilty of committing these crimes. And we got to come to that realization. And that is why the last biblical name the Lord uses to classify the white race, anybody know? The last name that's used to Anybody know? See if y'all know. Okay. Contrary to Christians, right, and Islamic belief, right? Give me Isaiah 14 and 12. Oh, you're going to know it when you see it. The last biblical name that the Lord uses to classify the white race, the oppressor, is what?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Oh, what?
O Lucifer.
Yeah, he calls them Lucifer, Luciferians. Right. That's the last name biblically in the Bible that he called them. Right. And again, contrary to Christian and Islamic belief, Lucifer or the devil or the serpent or the dragon is not an angel that fell from heaven. Got to stop saying that, man. That is an everlasting battle with God. That's what it says. He fell from heaven and he's forever fighting God. So if he fall from heaven, how far? How much you got to fall? Yeah, I mean, he done fell for 2,000 years, just falling. Right? Lucifer is the name that's given to characterize the oppressor, the race that lives on this earth. All right. Okay, keep reading. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Oh, God. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation?
Right. When the scripture states that Lucifer is fallen from heaven, it's not talking about a place in the sky where he dwells at. Right. If you don't understand anything about the Lord, understand that the Lord is in complete power and authority of his dwelling place. All right. So he don't need to do that. When a certain scripture or a certain scripture speaks about heaven, it's talking about the conditions that the oppressor lives with his full rulership or authority on earth. That's what it's talking about, right? In every country, in every state, he rules, right? He is the man, as they say. He's better known as a man. Our people say that. Oh man, you got to talk to the man. He's the one on top. The majority of the oppressor's nation, they live absolutely deliciously. Look at Kim Kardashian now. They live deliciously. They are not poor and they're not starving. And most of them own businesses that they pass down from generation to generation from their fathers. They're better known as Fortune 500 companies, right? What they not? What's the name of Forbes? Yeah, they in Forbes, stuff like that, right? And that's why the Lord. Somebody give me some more water, Bob Kusha. That's why the Lord is saying. That's why the Lord says they fell from heaven, because heaven is a form of comfortability. It's a form of rulership. It's a form of authority and power. So it says, "O Lucifer, right? Art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?" It's talking about a man, right? He calls him the son of the morning, right? It says son of the morning. He calls him the son of the morning. You know why? Because as soon as you wake up and turn on the TV, who do you see? Right? When you wake up and turn on the TV, who do you see? The water, bro. Who do you see when you wake up and turn on TV? Somebody raise their hand. Go ahead. The oppressor. Yep. Listen, you either gonna see the oppressor or you gonna see the spirit of the oppressor. I don't care if it's the morning show when you got a black man and a black woman on the Good Morning show. They're gonna be in the spirit of Lucifer, right? And the majority of the time they just, oh my God, like, you know, the oppressor is just so amazing. That's how it is. They're so amazing. They're so perfect. We'll be right back after these messages. Oh my God. Okay, we got a report coming in. We had 2 black people rob a lady, stole a purse. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back glorifying white people. We have Chanel with her new dress, and she's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, that lady is ugly. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, you see the oppressor all on the commercials. You see him on the news. You see him everywhere, man. In all the movies, who plays the hero? The oppressor plays it, right? Batman, what I say earlier. Spider-Man, he even portrays Moses in the Pharaoh in the 10 Commandments, right? Right? But he's of his father, the devil. And the truth is not in him. When he speaks of Allah, when he speaks of himself. Those ain't the Lord's words he's saying. He's speaking of his own recognizance, as they say, right? The oppressor builds himself up, man, to be something great, to shine like the sun, man. That's why I say that. The Lord is going to bring him down to the ground. The scripture say he's going to bring him down to the pits, man. Bring him down to the lowest pit where he deserved to be, right? Because he weakened the nations, right? How does he weaken the nations? He weakened the nations by his military, by going to war with them and dropping bombs on them. That's how he weakened you. Then a threat come behind it. Everybody right now, if you got a car, I bet you got a license and insurance and a tag and everything to go with it. Why? Because a threat come with it. I don't care if it's a woman. Usually it's going to be a woman. She's going to be sitting, doing her nails, looking pretty. Probably be your own nation telling you this. Yeah, baby. You got to, you got to get that and get that done and make sure you get it because, they'll pull you over. You don't want no problem. Okay, bye-bye. A lady told you it's nice and soft. She told you what them laws going to tell you out on the street. They're going to do a felony stop. Get out the car. That's a license, registration. Don't you move. Then they go to shoulder talking. Yeah, we need to back up. You in trouble to get the shoulder talking. Back up. Now you say what now? I say I'm 14. Can you put your gun down there? Like they don't care. The scriptures speak of that too. They don't regard the young. They don't regard the old. They don't care who you are. They don't. That's why we got to be with a nation, our own nation. And the moment they do Thanksgiving, like I say, Christmas or New Year, where they at? Where the conscious community when they come to that? You know why? Because we're not all together. That's why you can't build with everybody over because them Jewish people, right? You're being anti-Semitic. Like I say earlier, well, it's celebrate the New Year. Oh, that's not our customs. They do Easter. Now we do Passover. Hold on. Say, man, they be anti-Israel. Man, listen, if we did that as a nation, we'd be rich in no time. Man, we can sue them for everything. But you got people in all different walks of life. Our Israelites trying to be Buddhists and Krishna and celebrating rocks and, sage and, palm readers and psychics and numerology and conscious community or, the rigor mortis community, as I call it, right? Because they stiff dead. They stiff dead out. All right. So Lord gonna bring them down, man, all the way to the ground, man. Then later, setting up his embassy or stronghold in their land. And then what does he do? He teach the people Christianity. That's what the oppressor do. If it ain't him, and who the hell is doing this that we see that's doing this? You got to come to the realization. He bombs you with his military. He makes you weak. He sets up an embassy. You know how many embassies that's across, man, you know how many military bases that's across this world, man? You can pull it up right now. It's a lot of them. Right? And he puts a stronghold in their land, which is what? Some type of drug or something to make them fall weak to it, then teach you Christianity. Christianity is in the HISD school system. It's in the Pasadena school system. It's in the Aldine school system, right? It's in the Spring Branch school district. It's everywhere. Why? Because the teachers. I don't care if you get like a good grade. Guys, listen, they're going to let us off Friday. I had to go out for vacation. Thank you, Jesus. The military go to fight overseas. They helping some dude, helping somebody. That's okay. You got to hang in there. Jesus will help you. They got a cross around their neck. You taking Christianity wherever you go. That's why you get taught as a child, right? Read verse 13 and 14, Bible Shop.
Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
I will be like the what?
I will be like the Most High.
Listen, man, you can't overlook this, man. This bastard is proud. He's arrogant. He's lofty, right? He is, listen, man, he is so feeling himself that he says that in the heart is mine in the Bible, right? So the Bible say, let me pull the scripture on. The Bible say, for thou hast said in his heart, I will ascend into heaven. That's what he say. In his mind, he think he's going to ascend into rulership. right? I'm gonna be above everybody. I will exalt, which means to raise up, to rise up. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. The stars of God are the children of Israel. We're the stars of God. So he gonna exalt his throne above ours, so we can be on the bottom. He said, I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. That's North America, y'all. I'm just saying, it's in the Bible. Because right here in America, North America, is where all of the bulk of all the Israelites reside, right here. They reside right here. The bulk of us reside in North America, right here. He said, I will ascend above the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And he's ascended above the clouds. The Bible twofold. His leadership, people think he can't do no wrong, right? And then he sets his satellites above the clouds. That space shuttle above the clouds. Go to the moon, that's above the clouds, right? You know, I don't know if he went to the moon or not, but he said he did. So I'm gonna take his word because it shows his character. And he got up there and say, "What? Give me that flag. We're here first. It's mine. The moon's mine." What the hell is wrong with you, man? That the moon ain't yours. What's wrong with him? I put a flag up there. Woo, I won. I won. Going on the Native Indians. We took the land. We won. The Native Indians like, I didn't even know we was having a fight. What's wrong with you? That's how a vagabond does. That's how a fugitive on the run got to do. You know, a fugitive on the run, he can't stay in one spot too long. Has to move around. Hope you brothers never learn about that. A fugitive can't stay. So now, in the beginning, it said that Lucifer was or had fallen from heaven, right? But now it's saying that what? He's going to ascend back into heaven. So how the hell is he still falling? You got to listen to the scripture. Christianity don't know what the hell they're doing. This isn't a contradiction either. Heaven here is talking about the sky. It's actually talking about the atmosphere. It's actually talking about space, right? The oppressor in his mind, he sends into heaven and his throne above the stars of the Most High. He actually puts him in heaven. The Bible is twofold, right? So this is actually talking about all the aircrafts that the oppressor has, that he's created in the sky to fly and penetrate the sound barrier, right? Penetrate and with his G4 jets, his commercial planes. They got Predator drones. They got space shuttles. They got all types of aircrafts, man. You know, and little satellites or whatever that walk on different planets and stuff like that, right? So when the scripture says he'll exalt above the stars of God, he's talking about he's going to exalt above the authority and the rulership. Not only does the oppressor control the whole earth, he also controls, huh?
I said space.
That's right. You just didn't raise your hand, but that was right. He controls space, which belongs to who? That's right. Right. Space belongs to the Most High, right? Which is why in verse 14, Lucifer, the so-called white man, says that he will be like the Most High by having space satellites orbiting the earth, you see what I'm saying? And going through the atmosphere, that he'll be able to see everything. Like he's the all-seeing eye. I'm telling you something, the oppressor loved Egypt too. That's why Egypt all on the back of the dollar bill. He loves Osiris, the all-seeing eye. You can't go nowhere without a camera seeing you right now. He loved that. You got to be in everybody's business, but you know, he go in his house, turn the cameras the other way. He got cameras all in his house, but there's a couple of rooms to where he get ready to do his character and they come out, ain't no cameras back there. He can't do it like that. No cameras, no records, no nothing. But you got to behave all the time. And your behavior comes from him. So you know you bound to mess up. Yeah, get the jails right. Why? Because I took their culture. They following what I made up. I'm a wicked devil. That's what he say. The oppressor says, I'm a wicked devil. Right? And so these Negroes out there acting like the oppressor, it's a matter of time before they get in trouble. Now we can what? Bind the strong man. We can get him out the house, put him in prison houses, and control their women and children. That's where we at today. Who does that? If it's not the oppressor, who is it? Where and who is he? We're not stupid. We know who he is, right? And we're not afraid or terrified to say that the oppressor is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. That's who he is, man.
That's right.
All right? That's who he is. So now, just like the Most High sees all and hears all and knows all, right? The oppressor is attempting to accomplish the same thing by connecting satellites in space and to cameras on Earth. It allows him to see everything. The white man can see through your damn house, man. Right? And he can know everything that is physically happening on Earth. Part of that reason is because he's paranoid, because he knows it's coming. Right? Now, for better understanding, guess where we're gonna go? We're gonna go to my favorite book, Obadiah. It's one page in the Bible. It's the best page. All right. And these are the prophecies that's given to Obadiah from the Lord concerning Edom. All right, which we have come to learn in the biblical name. It is the Luciferians, or it's the oppressor. It's the white race, man. That's who they are. Give me Obadiah 1 and 4, Baba Kashah.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith the Lord.
So here it is. It said that he's going to exalt himself like the eagle, man. Can you believe this? He's going to exalt himself like the eagle. And the symbol that every white government or hierarchy on earth uses to resemble their power is the eagle, right? They all have it, right? The symbol on the back of the money is the eagle. The symbols that are used in the courthouses, the post offices, etc. That's the eagle. So when our oppressor landed on the moon, what did he say? Y'all might be too young to know that. When the oppressor landed on it, what did he say? The what has landed? The eagle has landed. Why is he telling on himself? He's telling on himself, right? So the oppressor sits his nest among the stars by building up his International Space Station. He builds up these countries, right? And countless of numbers of space shuttles that they launch back and forth into space, and they're building an actual facility for the oppressor to go back and forth to space without having to return to Earth. Why is that? See if y'all been listening. If somebody's building something, go ahead.
To get away from the Most High.
Right. What's the word I'm looking for though?
Running, vagabond, running away.
Hold on. What's the other word?
He running away.
Right, but yeah, vagabond. But what? Go ahead. Fugitive. No, you're right. I just want to say fugitive and a vagabond. We have to link these together, and we can't lose them because it's letting us know who the oppressor is today by the character, right? All right. So let me see. When we start to see things, we know that the oppressor his reign or his power is coming to an end, right? The oppressor knows that his time is coming to an end. Do y'all remember the President Ronald Reagan? Do y'all remember him? Y'all remember Ronald Reagan? Okay, now that's good. I barely know him either. I'm close to y'all age, you know what I'm saying? No. Ronald Reagan was one of the presidents. All right. And Ronald Reagan started what they call started the Space Wars Initiative on March 23rd, 1983. Y'all probably weren't even born then. March 23rd, 1983. But President Reagan, he proposed a development the technology to intercept different enemy nuclear missiles, and the plan was called Strategic Defense Initiative, right? Strategic Defense Initiative, or SDI, and it was later called the Star Wars Initiative. They changed the name, right? The same way it was called Anglo. They had One World Order. Remember, it was called they say what? One World Order. At first, it was called Anglo World Order, and they changed it to One World Order, right? But anyway, it's believed, right, that the program was started to defend the U.S. from nuclear attacks coming in from other countries, but when the oppressor is actually putting missiles on the moon to make war with God, he actually thinks that he's gonna fight with Christ, right? When I say God, Christ ain't God. I'm saying the Most High is the one shot calling it, right? So this is why the Lord says he's going to bring him down, because he thinks that he's going to war with the Most High. He is absolutely out of his mind. Give me Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 16. This is Jeremiah wrote 600 years before Christ, right?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
The terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Where do they dwell?
In the clefts of the rock.
Jeremiah was prophesied to say it again. Go ahead.
That holdest the height of the hill.
The heights of the hill. That's right. The rich. Keep going.
Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Saith
the Lord. So what the Lord is saying here is that the oppressor, he's saying the oppressor, the oppressor's terribleness has deceived him. Because he thinks he's great, and he just don't know that the so-called white man says that there's a war on terrorism, right? Remember that? He said it was a war on terrorism. When he's the greatest terrorism on the terrorists on earth, him. You got a war on terrorism on the terrorists, but you the terrorist. I imagine Native Indians talking about, look at this. That's why Native Indians say what? He's a snake that speaks with a forked tongue. Because he's a hypocrite. How can you call somebody a terrorist and you done stole land from somebody and ain't giving it back? You terrorize blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians every damn single day, right? Now, once again, he's gone to war. He's dropped bombs on other nations. And he also said that, said in America, it's a war on drugs. Remember that? Say it's a war on drugs, but actuality, it was a war on blacks and Hispanics in our neighborhood. They hunt our steps. We read that, right? We can't even go in our own neighborhood, not theirs. We can't even just chill in our neighborhood, chilling on the block. Hey, how come all you guys got on orange shirts? I don't know. We were just talking about that. He came out. I mean, we all poor. We shop at Walmart. It was a sale. I guess he decided to wear his orange shirt. Look, you don't have an orange shirt. You got on black. I know, but there's 3 of y'all with orange shirts. Okay, but 5 units of police done pulled up, and all y'all got the same color cars and clothes on with guns. Like y'all are intimidating us. Yeah. Anyway, Esau is proud, man. He stole America from the North American Indians, and America, and he says America is the greatest country in the world. Like, our oppressor is delusional. Something is definitely wrong with him. Let me see what time is it? I might get one more. Explain a little bit more. Yeah, all right. So again, the scripture is also brings out that the oppressor lives. He dwells in the clefts of the rocks, right? In the caves in Georgia, Russia. That's where he at. And once again, going back to the origin of Esau, he likes to live high in the mountains, right? He likes to live in them caves. You go to San Francisco, because I've been there. In the mountains, they living in the mountains. I'm like, this is incredible. They living in the mountains, right? It's absolutely incredible. Our oppressor, man, was pushed out of Mount Seir. He ran to the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. And this is where you can get the term Caucasian from. Okay, it comes from the word caucus, right? Caucus. That's why in all major cities, the oppressor's kingdom, all you see is skyscrapers. Skyscrapers. Everything made out of concrete. Nigga, you can't make nothing else out of. You can't make nothing else. Man, dude, I guess you gotta live in your environment. I mean, there ain't no trees. They tell us to cut all the trees down. You get the people will come to your house, man, and cite you if you don't cut them trees down. They're gonna tell you, well, it's for the hurricanes and then stuff when the wind's blowing. You gotta cut those trees down. All they want to see, white man builds up everything very high, and he lives up on it high because he's proud. He likes to be in his office. Yeah, I'm better than everybody else down there. Better than everybody else down there. Great. Flip his little pen, la, 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 you know what I'm saying? And the Lord continuously brings out how the oppressor exalts himself like the eagle, man. I mean, it's incredible. And the eagle is a predator. This is heavy. The eagle is a predator that preys on all the birds, but no other bird preys on the eagle. The reason why the eagle is his mascot, right? This is the mentality of the so-called oppressor, man. They prey on so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. From on high, though, they have their meetings up, right? There's nobody that represents us in the UN. We don't know what they're saying in there. Huh?
Yeah, the donkeys represent us.
True, a damn donkey. You know what I'm saying? But now, listen, they keep having them donkeys represent us, and that donkey gonna talk. Now, nevertheless, the Lord is gonna bring him down from out of power. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude class because we're running past time, and I will do a part 2. All right, next time on who is Esau. All right, because there's so much more. I ain't even bring out the book. I got the book Officer Gabor gave me a while back when I first came in the truth about who is Esau. And I mean, we could just listen. I might end up doing a part 7. I don't know. I might be on this a while. But our people have to know who the enemy is, man. It's very, very important. You can't fight the battle if you don't know who your enemy is. You can't fight the battle if you don't know who your enemy is, man. You got to be able to fight and know and accept that Israel has enemies. Like with that, turn the class over to precinct officer of 50, YAHANNA, right? For the security announcements, all right? Y'all can sit, wait.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister.
Hey, turn
When
that.
a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
They are to be saluted only.
Be careful.
They are here to shed themselves of the world.
Uh-huh.
If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it.
All right.
After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister.
Right.
There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. Mayasharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Feast of the Dedication. Hanukkah. 25th day of the 9th month.
That's right.
For the space of 8 days.
Right.
Saturday, the 17th of December.
When is it?
Saturday, December 20th. Saturday, December 17th.
December 17th is this Saturday coming up, y'all. December 17th. All right, and listen, you're supposed to go wherever your zone is, right? We got everybody from Texas coming down. All right, everybody from Texas, Texas is coming down from all our schools, from all areas, right? It's going to be glorious, all right? That's December the 17th, right here. What time we start Officer Run? Sundown. At sundown, that's when it go down, all right? So be here, bring your families this Saturday at the Houston School, all right? Located 7701 Belford, all right? 7701 Belford. If you have any problems with the directions, go and Google I.S.U.P.K Houston, and all of our information will come up. And if you could, Baba Kwasha, you can leave a rating about us, all right, and comments about the school, all right? We appreciate that. All right, go ahead, go back.
2022 for 8 days. First Maccabees 4:52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And these are the security announcements.
All right. With that, I-majim, which means to stand. I'm going to say the prayer. The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and in English. Sar, turn to the east. Salaki. Sar, turn to the east. Let's get it started. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Latananawa. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Wasalak Lanawa. Kawawat Yanawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kawawat Yanawa. Wala'ah. Tabaya'a Nawa. Banasaya Wan. Abal. Ha'ashanawa. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahata Pa'ara. La Awalamyam. Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Saw, turn to the front. Give one courage salute to the brothers, men of Israel. I-majim Shabbat. I-majim Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Barak Atah. All right, Saw, turn to the sisters. One courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. I-majim Shabbat. I-majim Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatham Ba'ashem Yahweh. Saw. Yajimata, dismiss.